the home team, celebrating their 49th year in Southern California, 61st year in the NBA. The franchise with 14 NBA titles, the most wins in NBA history. Your Los Angeles Lakers. And one forward, number 3, 6'8", his 5th year from UCLA, Trevor Ariza. The other forward, number 16, 7 feet, 8th campaign out of Spain, Pau Gasol. Starting at center, number 17, 7 feet, 4th year from St. Joseph's High School, Andrew Bynum. At one guard, number 2, 6'1", 13th season from Arkansas Little Rock, Derek Fisher. And the other guard is number 24, 6'6", 13th campaign from Laura Marion High School, Kobe Bryant. The head coach in his 18th season, Hall of Famer Phil Jackson.
It's been a terrific series thus far. The first 3 games went right down to the final seconds. 4th one was a blowout. Let's see what happens tonight in Game 5 here are the Western Conference Finals. Good evening, everyone. Along with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand. Doris Burke will join us shortly. What's been fun about the series is the way each team has responded to some difficult losses. And the Lakers have done that throughout the postseason, Jeff. They've had a couple of rough games, but they always bounce back well. To do that tonight, they're going to need some help from some surprisingly struggling veterans. Now, Kobe Bryant's averaging almost 37 a game, but Lamar Odom and Derek Fisher have to pick up their play.
Well, the Lakers' offense will always be Kobe-centric, and rightfully so. But as Phil Jackson once said in Chicago, men win championships. And so the men of the Lakers, the ones with experience, Lamar Odom and Derek Fisher, have to play better. They have to shoot better, and Lamar Odom has to bring out his well-rounded game. He can attack off the dribble. He can rebound the ball. These 2 men that have such experience have to come through tonight.
Meanwhile, Denver comes in with an awful lot of confidence. They played really well in the Game 1 loss and then won Game 2 here at Staples Center. And ironically, their best player, Carmelo Anthony, he played better here in L.A. than he did in Denver, Mark.
And that's the Carmelo Anthony that the Denver Nuggets are going to need tonight. He's a guy that's played Kobe Bryant basically to a standstill in this building. He's a guy that also has to be aggressive from the opening tip. Look to make plays not only for yourself, but also for your teammates. But the wild card, no question about it, is J.R. Smith. If Smitty shows up, takes over the game on the offensive end, has an impact off the bench the way that he did in Game 4, that will literally give the Denver Nuggets a spectacular chance.
And again, from game to game, you don't know who's going to step up. There's been some surprises here in this series as Chauncey Billups and the Nuggets feeling very confident coming back. And again, those first 2 games here at the Staples Center, they played so well. Overall on the road, they're 3-3 in the postseason. Meanwhile, Kobe Bryant and the Lakers 7-2 at home during the playoffs. The 2 losses, Game 1 to Houston and Game 2 to Denver. They're the 2 buddies, Anthony and Bryant, who bonded so well while playing for Team USA, but that hasn't stopped them from going at each other throughout this series. Carmelo Anthony can't wait to get going once again after a couple of subpar games back in Denver. The officiating crew on hand for tonight: Ronnie Garrettson, Monty McCutcheon, and Tom Washington as we get set to go in a building where the Lakers have been so tough all season. A season where they won the West by 11 games. Some thought it would be an easy march to the finals. It's been anything but. Utah in 5 games. Houston going the distance 7. There's certainly a good chance this one could go the distance as the Lakers win the opening tip. And in Game 4 in Denver, the Nuggets came out with a vengeance. They were attacking right from the opening tip. Lakers vow to say that's going to be their mindset, Mark Jackson, here tonight.
Well, and if that Lakers team shows up, then they have a good chance, because that's the best team in basketball when they show up.
Kobe Bryant said they whooped us. They whooped us on the glass. They whooped us on the ball. As Billups knocks it down, said they played harder and they played better. And the Lakers want to come out and try and change that here tonight as first points of the game go to Denver. And here's Andrew Bynum. Showed some good life in Game 4. Aggressive that time. Lost the handle a bit and misses his first shot. Billups Nice pass inside. Dante Jones, and Bynum with a hard foul, and Jones will go to the line.
And that's what you love about Chauncey Billups. He understands the pressure is on his team to take care of business. So with that mindset, he starts the ball game, takes the pressure, opening shot, and then pushes the ball looking to make plays. That's leadership.
Dante Jones hearing the boos, certainly partly because of what happened in Game 4 when he tripped Kobe Bryant, a play that was not called a foul. The officials missed it, but since then, it's been upgraded to a flagrant 1. Jones continues to maintain that it was not on purpose. It certainly looked like he pushed him or tripped him.
And to me, every player in this league and every coach knows the difference between hard play and dirty play. And that was dirty play. To me, Dante Jones deserved to be suspended for that.
Did not get suspended, and the Nuggets happy with that as we have a foul off the ball. Nene called for it on his ball. But now this is the play that in Game 3, the push that Dante Jones got a flagrant 1 on. That's Game 3. And then in Game 4, watch the trip here. Ariza able to knock it in. And he got flagrants for 2. He also had a flagrant earlier in the playoffs, so he has 3 flagrant points. He's 1 flagrant point away from an automatic suspension.
I have a suggestion for the league to decide whether a guy would get suspended or not if Chauncey Billups attacks the paint area again. If it would start a fight in the playgrounds, then the guy should be suspended. Those 2 plays would certainly start a fight in the playground.
And I think one other thing they should consider is, with the technical points and the flagrant foul points, it should be cleansed at the start of every series. So if you get 2 flagrants in a series, you should be suspended. But then it goes to the next series, then there shouldn't be any carryover. Because the only teams penalized with these point, technical, and flagrant are the teams that advance further in the playoffs.
Bynum misses down the other end. Nuggets off to a quick start, leading 6-2. Lakers 1 of 4 from the field, and Martin slams it down. Boy, Martin, Nene, Chris Anderson, the front court for Denver was fabulous. All of them fabulous in Game 4.
But once again, you see the Denver Nuggets getting quality looks on the offensive end. And I'd much rather see the Lakers post up Pau Gasol to start the ball game than Andrew Bynum. This is not a time to try to get somebody going.
Bynum comes out to set the screen on Fisher. We saw the numbers of Fisher at the top. He's been struggling, knocks it down. Billups comes up to set it up, already with 5 points for Chauncey Billups. Ariza on Anthony. Anthony, 2 terrific games here in LA in games 1 and 2. Martin left wide open and knocks it down. They're 4 for 4 from the field.
But that's a shot we talked about. I don't think Phil Jackson or the Lakers mind Kenyon Martin taking that shot and making it. If he's going to make those, then you live with the result.
What was so impressive about the Game 4 victory was that everybody had a hand in it. 7 players in double figures, and they won big despite Carmelo Anthony being subpar for the 2nd straight game. Bryant's shot is good. That's a 2-pointer.
I like the way that the Nuggets have come out defensively, extending, looking to deny, contesting shots. They have a mindset like they want to win this ball game.
Billups on the drive. Jones has Fisher on him. Jones has looked for a shot more in the past couple of games, certainly in Denver. That one way off the mark, and finding the rebound. A collision after the shot. Tom Washington says let him play. And a reaching foul call there on Chauncey Billups. In Denver, down 2-1 in our home floor the other night. And they got a little bit of production from almost everyone that played. Even Anthony Carter in his limited minutes helped off the bench.
Hey, let's face it, their bench has totally dominated the Laker bench.
And the keys you guys kept talking about was rebounding. Jones puts it away from Bryant. Dante Jones goes in and misses the layup. Jones a second effort, foul by Ariza.
See, but this is what drives me crazy about players. They expect him to make it. Not one other guy besides Kobe Bryant crossed half court. So Dante Jones, great play defensively. Goes in, Kobe Bryant contests it. Where is everybody else? It's inexcusable that he could get his own rebound and put it back up and get fouled.
Trevor Ariza got there late. And Bryant going for the block, his momentum carried into the baseline, so he didn't recover in time.
You have to play this like he's going to miss. This is not full effort by either team.
And Jones knocks down the free throws. Jones has already taken 4 free throws here in the opening couple of minutes. He's taken 10 free throws all series. Denver the early lead. Bryant for 3. Anthony the rebound. Anthony on the drive. On the pull-up. Gasol the rebound. Lakers a different team at home during the playoffs. So much better offensively. Nice move. Ariza can't finish. And Nene the rebound. Lakers are averaging almost 15 points per game more at home than on the road in this series as the foul goes against Kobe Bryant. And there you see actually seeing the entire playoffs. Over 10 points. The series, in this particular series, it's 15. Anthony looking to post up Ariza. Goes to help defense. Anthony gets away, can't get it. Bryant the rebound.
That's a good job by Pau Gasol coming over and using his size.
Carmelo Anthony's missed his first 2 shots. Since the first quarter of Game 3, he has really struggled from the field. Ball knocked out of bounds. And still Laker ball, 11 on the clock. Phil Jackson sees something he wants to talk to his team about and calls timeout. 7:12 left here in the first. Denver off to a good start on the road.
Welcome back to Los Angeles with Denver leading by 5. Well, it seems throughout the course of this postseason, every time the Lakers lose, their losses are magnified. What was a bit unusual after the Game 4 loss in Denver was who was doing the talking. 2 guys who don't normally have much to say from Pau Gasol. I wish we would take more advantage of our height and inside game because it's pretty effective. It's unfortunate that we don't recognize it more. And another guy who doesn't often talk, Lamar Odom. Sometimes I think we're taking shots too early. I think the inside game is something we should focus on because it helps our balance. Now, Phil Jackson's response to his post players, essentially, listen, we have an offense predicated on post-entry passes. If you have a problem with where the ball is going, speak to the guards. And, Jeff, I know you guys have talked about needing better point guard play from the Lakers.
Well, I agree with Pau Gasol. I'm not sure. Good pass by Bryant off a well-executed baseline out-of-bounds play. To me, the one big guy that has earned the right to talk about getting the ball more is Pau Gasol. That's it. Andrew Bynum being upset or Odom, play well, do your role, get the ball to Gasol in the post.
Gasol's only averaging 10 shots a game as Dante Jones puts it up. That won't go. He's shooting 62% from the field. Phil Jackson says he wants to get him at least 15 shots a game as he sets a hard screen. Bryant to the basket and got pumped by Kenyon Martin, so he'll make his first trip of the night to the line.
And it's a great point to make right here. If you want to talk about what Magic Johnson said, that this team was very soft, the way to correct that is by setting the screens in the backcourt that Pau Gasol just made on Dante Jones. That's the way you make a statement without even talking. Get off of my man and give him room. This is playoff basketball. You're too close. You're making them work. Hit them. Send a message not only to Dante Jones, but to everybody else on the floor.
Bryant hits the first, and as we said, the Lakers have responded every time they've lost on the road. Remember in the Utah series, they came back after playing games 3 and 4 on the road and played a very strong Game 5 to wrap up the series. In the Houston series, after playing games 3 and 4 on the road, they came back and won by 40. And after losing Game 6 of that series, they put in their best defensive performance in Game 7. So they've always come back home and played extremely well.
But I'm sure Coach would agree that's a dangerous place to be. When you say, okay, we can turn it on and take care of business when we want to. Well, Game 4 was just as important as Game 5. You have to have the same mindset.
Offensive foul on a moving screen. It's on Carmelo Anthony. Anthony's actually committed more fouls than anybody in the series.
But I agree with Mark, because as the talent level that you're playing against goes up, your margin of error is much less. And in this case, the margin of error to me is very, very low.
Bynum trying to get position on the net. Nice up and under, and the finish. Great footwork from Andrew Bynum.
And that's how you demand the basketball. That's how you deserve another touch, and the guards have a mindset to get it to you.
Anthony lost control, deflected by Fisher. Bynum did have 14 points in Game 4, his best performance of this series. And a 3-second violation called on Nene.
You talk about a big-time post move. Well, Andrew Bynum the catch, patience, and then sells it. This is clinic post move. That's a grown man move by Andrew Bynum. Big-time post play.
And Bynum playing with a lot of energy to begin the game like he did in Game 4. At this stage, the team's close in talent. Who wins the energy game? So important, Jeff.
Well, no doubt. And Denver dominated that game as Fisher knocks it in. Denver dominated the board work in Game 4. To me, when the ball's in the air, that's when many of these playoff games are decided.
George Karl calls timeout. An 8-0 run by the Lakers. Looking to attack at both ends, certainly more than they did to start Game 4.
Well, good dribble handoff out of the triangle. Fisher gets some separation. He rises up and knocks it in. Lakers up 3.
I'm Mark Jones with the Sports Center right now. Today in Rome, Barcelona beat Manchester United 2-0 in the European Champions League for their second title in the last 4 seasons. Man U lost its bid to win back-to-back titles. And afternoon baseball in Chicago, Carlos Zambrano was tossed in the 7th inning of the Cubs' 5-2 win over the Pirates, failing to get his 100th win. Now we go back to Los Angeles. Mike, Mark, Jeff, and Doris.
Mark, thanks. Lakers lead by 3. Kobe Bryant will leave no stone unturned, whether it's scoring, defending, passing, or even coaching.
You talk about a job being done, a sense of urgency as a big-time player. Your job is to be the coach on the floor. Kobe Bryant says enough is enough. I'm going to be a spark plug for my crew. Gets the big guys going, coaching in the huddle.
That happened right when the timeout occurs. Players go in, usually talk, and then the coach is outside, and then they'll come in and give their strategy.
You know what I would have said if I was Phil Jackson that right there? What he said. Hey, seriously, sometimes it's that simple.
And as you always say, sometimes the players need to hear the other voice, not just the coach.
It's a different voice.
Anthony, a contested shot. Nene with a nice tip in. Nene played his best game of the series and one of the best of the playoffs for him in Game 4. Had that double-double, 14 points, 13 rebounds, and had 6 assists. Under 5 to play here in the first. Ariza, nice fake. Ariza to the basket. Flips up a bad shot. Gasol right there, though.
I actually feel like that was a pass from Ariza initially, recognizing that Powell was slashing to the hoop. Good hands by Powell adjusting.
You really think it was a pass?
Well, recognizing from this angle, he saw the help coming. It's just a good read.
Well, they credit him in the stat sheet, Mark, with an assist as Anthony banks it in and a foul. See, it takes an assist guy to know a real, true assist.
No. That's called a payoff right there. That was no pass. That was a shot. But right here, here's a shot. Now, people underestimate Carmelo Anthony's strength. The ability to take the hit by Bynum, adjust, contort, and finish. This is when he's at his best, when he's attacking the feet of the Los Angeles Lakers.
And the foul is on Bynum. So Bynum has 2, and he's going to have to come out. Lamar Odom set to check back in. Free throw missed. Ariza the rebound.
And here we go again with missed free throws for one team or the other. These are points you have to take advantage of on the road in particular.
Nuggets have already missed 3. Fisher a jump shot. That's good. Fisher, who has struggled all series, just 29% from the field. Knocking that one down. He's 3 for 4.
The old pro once said, shoot is shoot. If you're Derek Fisher, continue to play your game. That's a tough shot, but a welcome sight for Phil Jackson and the Lakers.
LA by 3. Pass inside. Nene. Nice interior passing. Martin blows the dunk, but it was contested. Shot clock did reset. Phillips for 3. That's good.
But good recognition by Denver as they overloaded the defense to take away the offensive wing isolation by Anthony. They got another dunk attempt.
Denver's hit their first 2 from downtown. Ariza tied up. Good ball denial from J.R. Smith. Ariza gets back the pass. That time, certainly a shot, and he lays it in.
That's why you post up Pau Gasol. His presence is not about him scoring. The defense they have to make an adjustment, and he's an outstanding passer.
Anthony on the drive. And a whistle away from the ball. Defensive 3 seconds, so a technical foul.
You're talking about a skilled big man that the defense, they have to respond when he catches the basketball. Good job of Trevor Ariza slashing off the post pass, getting into the seams, and then finishing.
And Billups will go to the free throw line. Billups was saying the other day, this is a technical foul. On the defensive 3 seconds, he's trying to tell his team we have a chance to do something very special. No one expected Denver to make it to the NBA Finals this year. Maybe a couple of loyal Nuggets fans. But now they're 2 wins away from their franchise first ever trip to the finals.
You know, and sometimes when you're young, you think you're always going to get another opportunity. Sometimes you get one opportunity and one opportunity only.
Anthony, nice drive. And he got hit just at the end. Looked like Odom got a piece of him. And that's what Billups said to his team, especially a lot of the young guys. Hey, don't take for granted just because we're playing well this year, we're going to be back next year. Take advantage of the opportunity right here and now.
The percentage of players who get to play in the finals is very, very low. 18 years, how many times did you play in the finals?
Once. But I will say this, when you talk about Chauncey Billups, the Denver Nuggets getting Chauncey Billups has had as big an impact as the Lakers getting Pau Gasol. I mean, that's incredible when you think about it. Pau Gasol was a steal. The Nuggets all of a sudden elevate to the second best team in the West, and they have a legitimate shot at winning it all.
You can almost make a comparison, Mark. Nice give and go. Ariza draws the foul with Kevin Garnett. He was the perfect fit for the Celtics. Billups seems to be the perfect fit for the Denver Nuggets.
They needed a leader. They needed a guy to be an extension of the coach on the floor. They needed a guy to be a voice and hold others accountable. And Chauncey Billups has been that man.
It's fun watching him during stoppages of play, even during play, how often he talks to his teammates after they do something well, after they do something that isn't so good for their team.
And right there, he's talking to Carmelo Anthony about, hey, you've gotten beat twice in a row on post-entry pass and a cut. One for a layup and one for a foul. That's unacceptable.
Let's check in with Doris.
Well, VP of the player personnel for the Denver Nuggets says of Chauncey Billups, listen, we had some volatile, combustible personalities. It is nice to have a voice of reason on the floor, guys.
He has been that. Anderson just in the game. Chris Anderson, the offensive board. Billups back to Smith. J.R. Smith for 3. And Odom the rebound. Bill Jackson told his team, the theme for tonight, go get the ball. As Bryant has it knocked out of his hands. 2-on-1 break. Billups, Fisher in pursuit. And Billups, no, they're going to wave it off. They say pushed off or kicked off. And an offensive foul on Billups. Extending that foot forward. That's 2 on Chauncey Billups. That particular play would negate any restricted area if the offensive player pushes off.
Now,
right, that's just
that's how you
normal
elevate.
elevation,
That's
yeah.
he did not
really extend.
He did not extend. That's a basket and one, if anything. It's certainly not an offensive foul.
So he goes to the bench. Anthony Carter, who's now guarding Kobe Bryant. Bryant wants the ball, working feverishly in the post. Shot clock down to 8. Jordan Farmar in the game for the first time. Bryant double. Shot clock down to 4. Nice pass to Odom. Fumbled it. Gets it back and puts it in.
And that call right there is a huge call because it turns around the whole game. As far as their rotation, it takes Billups off a good start. Very difficult call to take.
Alley-oop. Martin had to come down with it. Ball knocked out of bounds. Laker ball.
Well, it really is a tough call. You see Billups certainly does lift the knee, but that's elevating to the cup. Give Trevor Ariza credit, stepping in and being willing to sacrifice the body.
Ariza already banged up as Odom drives down the lane. Switches, can't get it to go. Tips it, keeps it alive. but Gasol's tip goes over the backboard. You see Lamar Odom very aggressive. Odom has been playing with a bad back ever since Game 4 of the Houston series and has not complained about it at all. He's wearing a pretty hefty back pad. He also still has a bruise on it that's very swollen, but you'll never hear him mention about it. Doesn't want to talk about it. Says if I'm out there, I'm out there. Smith knocks down the jumper. And he knows he has to pick up his play.
Well, he's an old school guy, basically making the statement, if I'm on the floor, I'm 100%. I like what the Lakers are doing right now. Get the ball on the block to Kobe Bryant and play through him.
Anderson, the block on Odom. Here comes Carter pushing. Lakers get back. Final minute, first quarter. J.R. Smith with a hand in his face. And Gasol the rebound. Rebounding numbers early, 11-8 in favor of Denver. And that was the key stat in Game 4. 18-point rebounding edge for the Nuggets. Ariza hesitated. Farmar, offensive board. Farmar puts it back up and in. Laker point guards off to a good start. First Fisher, now Farmar. They have been outplayed in this series big time. Farmar trying to double Anthony. Good defense from L.A. Martin switches to the left hand, misses it. Anderson right there. Blocked by Gasol. Goes right to Carter. Shot clock at 3. And he rattles it in. Good heads-up play from Anthony Carter.
But all of these second shots are coming off overhelping on Carmelo Anthony's isolations and post-ups.
Nice pass. Odom. Oh, blocked by Anderson. Throws it right back at him. Final seconds of the first. And that will not count. Did not get it off in time. The Birdman with his second rejection. What a spectacular defensive play from Chris Anderson.
Mama, there goes that Birdman. He blocked that at the apex. Oh, my. Chris Anderson.
First quarter complete here at the Staples Center. This Western Conference final tied up at 2 games apiece. The bench huge for Denver in Game 4. And after the first 12 minutes, we're all tied at 25.
Welcome back to Los Angeles with George Karl. Coach, Chauncey Billups generally is opportunistic and selective when he's aggressive offensively to score the basketball. Why do you think he came out the way he did?
Well, you know, he knows how important this game is, and your best players taking responsibility is probably called leadership in basketball. And I thought he was really good. The 2 fouls hurt us, but he'll get back in here pretty soon.
The Lakers were upward of 50% shooting that entire quarter. Where are they hurting your defense?
Well, they're definitely going inside more, and I think we're letting them have easy baskets. The whole thing is, you know, they're a very good offensive team, but keep the layups, make tough twos. I think we'll adjust.
Coach, thank you. Mike.
All right, Doris. Billups had 9 points in 9 minutes, but picked up that second foul. J.R. Smith, Anthony Carter on the backcourt for Denver with Melo Anderson and Kenyon Martin. They've been leaving Martin open to shoot, and he knocks it down, and then a whistle afterwards, and it's going to go, I believe, against Sasha Vujacic, who got tangled up with J.R. Smith. Those two have been going at each other whenever they're guarding each other.
But, Mike, another just solid play by J.R. Smith. He came off, nothing spectacular. Help came, kicked it to Kenyon Martin, wide open shot. And as Mark said, that's a shot L.A. wants Denver to take, but sometimes you have to take the shot that presents itself. Good play, again, by J.R. Smith.
This is the 1 free throw. The reason he shoots the 1 free throw is because they have the field goal on the play. Smith, though, is really struggling from the line. 4 for 13. Nuggets have already missed 4 free throws. They're just seconds into the second quarter.
J.R. Smith should shoot a jump shot at the free throw line. No, I'm being serious. It's all mental.
Gasol to Farmar. Farmar, high arcing shot. Doesn't hit the rim, and Smith the rebound.
Good job by Anthony Carter contesting the shot, forcing Farmer into a tough one.
Anthony lost it momentarily. Ball poked away. Nice defensive adjustment from Vujacic, but Denver gets it right back. Smith launches it up high to Anthony. Anthony, a couple of fakes, blocked from behind. Luke Walton with the defense.
This is the type of energy you need if you're the Lakers. You can't give up uncontested lay-ins. Both guys contesting the layup. Carmelo Anthony, Luke Walton with the block.
Carmelo Anthony just 1 for 6. He has been on a rough stretch shooting the ball. Pulls up there, knocks that one down. Last 6 quarters coming into this game, he was 3 for 20. And exploded out of the gates first 2 games here in LA, but has struggled since then.
Oh, he's a big-time scorer. If you're George Karl, you're not concerned about Carmelo Anthony struggling from the field.
Odom, pass deflected by Carter. Walton with 3 on the shot clock. We're going to make a play. Back out Odom. Shot clock expires. Odom misses. And Gasol, nice save. Now Gasol wants it and gets it. There's the double team. Odom was open underneath. Gasol didn't see him. Vujacic does. Banks it in. And a foul. Took him a while to get it to him. But the end result is good for the Lakers.
I like the adjustment by Lamar Odom. Rather than attack and dare Birdman to block another dunk, take it to his body. Make the adjustment. No longer is it a pogo stick contest. Now it's take it to the body, get the basket, go to the line, and Vujacic loves it.
Anderson picks up his second. And how about Lamar Odom? He's already taken 7 shots in 5 minutes. Phil Jackson says he wants him to be decisive and aggressive, not necessarily to score, but when he's aggressive. Everybody talks so much about Bynum makes a difference in this team. I think when Odom plays his best, they're almost unbeatable.
Well, absolutely. You know, he's a guy that can make so many things happen on the floor, not only in the half-court set, but you're talking about rebounding and creating opportunities for others.
Nene inside, misses. Ball knocked away by Walton. Nene lost it, picked up by Farmar. Nuggets screaming for a foul. Farmar out to Walton. Vujacic, 3-pointer. And Anthony comes up with it. Smith backs up for a 3-pointer. And Vujacic grabs that. Shooting percentage is going down for both teams here early in the second. Farmar left wide open. Ball knocked loose out of bounds. And still Laker ball. As Lennox Glazer will come in for the first time. Our NBA calendar. Thursday on TNT, Game 5 back in Cleveland. Orlando trying to wrap up the series. Cleveland trying to make it 3-2. What a series that has been. And Friday on ESPN, Game 6. We'll be back in Denver with 9 Eastern tip-off. Who will have the lead in the series on Friday night. Then Sunday on ABC could be Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. Certainly wouldn't be surprised. Gasol takes his time. In and out, rattles around. Odom had it, lost it, and Nene the board.
Mike, you were talking about that Orlando series. I have never seen a guy play a better 4-game stretch than what LeBron James has put up against Orlando.
Some unbelievable numbers as J.R. Smith knocks it down. And as much as Orlando has looked so impressive, don't count out Cleveland yet. Odom inside and draws the foul. You're talking about you've not seen. It's hard for you to watch those games, isn't it?
Painful.
Brother Stan, though, with a 3-1 lead. Right now, Denver with a 3-point lead.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA Western Conference Finals. Brought to you by the 2009 Cadillac CTS. And Priority Mail flat rate boxes, only from the Postal Service. A simpler way to ship.
LA Lakers care about the community. Earlier this season, a bunch of Lakers, including Lamar Odom, Sasha Vujacic, and Laker dancers, joined Laker fans and their families for an afternoon of fun at a local indoor amusement park. Players giving the kids a terrific day. They had games, go-kart races, a whole lot more. As the Lakers did a terrific job. NBA, where caring happens. Second quarter, Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals from Staples Center in Los Angeles. Lakers right now trailing the Nuggets 31-28. Of course, the Stars out in force once again. NBA stars, none brighter than the great Bill Russell in attendance tonight. The Hollywood types also here. Ron Artest probably looks like a Hollywood type in the glasses. Andy Garcia. Alan Pompeo. A whole bunch more. Our cameras searching feverishly. Now he only gets his first name. Is that okay with you?
That's fine.
Jack in his usual perch. And Odom to the free throw line. You know, Jack always likes to talk to the visiting opponents and coaches. You get a feeling those two would get along, don't you?
Absolutely. I can see the Birdman and one flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Yes, he could be admitted.
He could be the star.
The Birdman was just terrific in game 4. Nuggets lead is 2, just over 3 minutes gone by here in the second.
And obviously a critical time. Kobe Bryant on J.R. Smith, and Billups and Anthony still resting.
Nene, Bynum back in with the 2 fouls. Smith had to put it up, and a 24-second violation. Good defense from the Lakers.
A good job by Andrew Bynum with the initial defense, not allowing Nene to get to the cup.
George Karl said before the series began, the #1 priority for his team was rebounding. The Lakers did a good job first 3 games. Denver dominated game 4. And so far, Nuggets +6 in that department here in game 5. Bynum to Walton again. Open prayer. Took him a while to get to it, but they eventually find him.
When you get ball movement and man movement, good things are going to happen. Patience by the Lakers on the offensive end. Wound up with a wide open layup.
The crowd was saying he's open, he's open. You could hear him anxious. You just didn't see him right away.
Well, it's a miscommunication on a switch. Both guys went to Bryant.
Glazer can't connect, and Odom the rebound. Odom very active to start. That's a great sign for the Lakers. Nice pass to Bynum, but he rushed the shot.
But Denver's doing a very poor job in transition of getting matched up. There's mismatches all over the floor.
Reaching foul. Smith looked like he got past the play instead of call on Derek Fisher.
You like the way that Andrew Bynum is playing right now. Aggressive, patient. Gasol, Luke Walton wide open by himself. Does a good job of delivering the basketball after the late recognition.
It was close to a 3-second violation. Good thing they got it to him. Nice pass from Smith. Anderson hits it, and there, as you talked about, Jeff, J.R. Smith showing a complete game in this series.
Just right Smith. J.R. Smith. When he plays right, they're a dangerous team, and he makes their bench very, very good.
And as you said in game 4, his new nickname, Smitty.
Well, again, this is just good basketball. Driving the ball, drawing defenders, and then the vision to see Chris Anderson, and good job by Anderson using the rim for protection to get the ball up and in.
Kobe Bryant trying to post up Carter. Billups is back in with 2 fouls. As we mentioned, Bynum in there with 2 fouls. Pass to Fisher. Fisher on the drive. Luke Walton puts it back up. Short. Walton gets it back again. This time it goes in. Walton has played very well off the bench. 4 points, 3 rebounds, and a block.
That's the energy Denver played with in game 4 on the board. Denver better amp up their energy on the defensive board.
Carter misses. Nene got whacked in the head. Walton with the personal foul. 3rd team foul.
That's Luke Walton making the extra effort. Misses the first one. Active body. Tries the same shot. Knocks it down. That's what the Lakers need all night long.
Nene, wraparound pass, and Carter able to flip it up and in.
Nene is not a good passer. He's a great passing big man, particularly off the dribble. The ability to contort his body without charging.
Bynum gets it inside, blocked from behind, but a foul on Carter. You mentioned Nene. We said twice in this series he's had 6 assists. And 3 times in the playoffs, he's led the team in assists.
No, these are special plays he's making. And he made the last one to Anthony Carter. And Anthony Carter has had a big impact in his minutes on the floor.
But Carter picks up his 2nd foul and Bynum to the line.
There's not many bigs who can make this play. Drive it up, go up in the air, and wrap it around to a man along the baseline.
Well, you got 2 bigs in this game. Gasol, a very good passing big man. Ball knocked out of bounds. Good hustle from Lamar Odom. And the Lakers will get a new 24, which is now at 23. Bynum against Anderson. Gets the nice soft touch. He's got 7 points.
And he's being a force in the paint. Time and time again, flashing to the basketball, aggressive on the post. This is the Andrew Bynum that they need.
Billups And it hit off the foot of Walton, who's arguing, I didn't kick it, my foot was stationary. Lakers will get it back. Phil Jackson wanting an explanation that he's not going to get across the court. Anderson looking for Nene. Bad pass, but Bynum trying to be physical on his post defense, helped force that turnover. That's 7 turnovers for Denver. They had 6 the entire game 4.
How about the Lakers? They needed their bigs to show up and have an impact on this ball game. And the young fella, Andrew Bynum, the captain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, will be satisfied with that little jump hook. Outstanding start for Bynum.
Denver had all the balance scoring in game 4. A lot of people doing the scoring for the Lakers. They lead by 1. Lakers lead by 1 here in the second. Lamar Odom off the bench, very active with 6 points and 4 rebounds. He has really struggled in this series. Part of the reason he's been bothered by a bruised back, but he doesn't like to talk about it. We asked him about his struggles in this series.
I won't make any excuses. They need good games for us to be successful, and I know that.
You don't want to talk about it. But
not at all. See, I'm sweating. Like I'm ready right now. My body's running and working right now.
Hot under the TV lights, he was sweating, but he does not want to talk about the back. In fact, he said, if I'm out on the floor, it doesn't matter.
I like the idea that he came ready to play. You talk about his impact on this ball game, struggling all series long, the accountability factor, and he certainly came out 2 big block shots and rebounding the basketball.
Just past the midway point here in the second. Lakers by 1. Bynum flips it up well short. Anderson offering that shot. Bynum gets it back. Ball knocked away by Nene. Denver contesting down low. Klaiser on the drive. Klaiser inside. Nice sidestep move.
And see, that's the beauty of the three-point shot. They had to close so hard to Klaiser that he just drove it right past the closeout and got himself a good layup.
Bryant pass deflected by Nene, and then Nene, a loose ball foul called on Fisher. Inadvertently tripped him up. No, excuse me, on Nene. Nene picks up his second.
Well, again, good job by Klaiser as both Bryant with 2 fouls and Ariza close out, and then he sidesteps Bynum's help. Very good read by Klaiser.
Klaiser had the big game 2, also played well in game 4. Nuggets in the penalty, so it's Fisher who goes to the line. Nene still arguing the call. He felt it should have been no call. Both guys going for the ball. Fisher off to his best start of the series.
One thing to realize, you look at Fisher starting off solid, Lamar Odom having an impact, certainly Andrew Bynum. It takes the pressure off of Kobe Bryant to be spectacular for 48 minutes. So he can wait and allow guys to be involved and then take over when it matters most.
As Hillary Clinton said, it takes a village. It does. It takes more than one. He's only shot the ball, 2 times tonight, conserving his energy, everybody getting a rhythm and a feel.
And his team has the lead. Nene drives. Klaiser fires away, blocked by Bryant, but a foul. That's going to be his second foul, and I think it's on a 3-point attempt. Yep, 3 free throws for Linus Klaiser.
But again, Nene across the middle, up in the air, on target jump bounce pass to the spot up shooter.
Another missed free throw. That's 5 already for Denver.
Good attacking move. And this guy has good vision. You can have vision without the skill of putting it on target, or vice versa. Nene has both the ability to see and make on-target passes.
He's put a little style into it with a little hop and the bounce pass.
And one thing it does, it allows you as a perimeter player, you want to get the ball in his hands on the block because you know he's going to make the right decision.
Denver now 6 of 12 from the free throw line, just 50%. Anthony got hurt trying to fight through a screen there. As Gasol gets it, flips it up, shot won't go. Gasol trying to keep it alive. Klaiser comes out of the pack. Billups on the drive. Nice feed to Anderson. Too strong off the glass. Gasol, nice pass. Bynum finish. Another big man with a pretty assist. And it's a chance for a three-point play. Bynum 9 points in 14 minutes.
But again, a total mismatch in transition. Carmelo Anthony had to pick up Gasol. They double-teamed. So Bynum presented himself at the rim, wide open three-point play opportunity.
And the reason why, you have big guys running the floor. It puts so much pressure on the defense. That time, Gasol runs the floor, gets the post up. Bynum runs the floor, gets rewarded.
Again, Gasol with the pass. Nene, Lamar Odom, another big man who has great passing ability. Game 5 here of this Western Conference Finals, all tied at 2 games apiece. The Lakers leading the Nuggets by 2. They've alternated wins. Lakers game 1, Nuggets game 2. Lakers game 3, Nuggets game 4 as Anthony banks it in. And they're all tied up with just over 4 minutes remaining in the first half.
And if you're Trevor Ariza, you're going to sit on the right hand of Carmelo Anthony and force a baseline. The help has to understand it and be there.
Kobe Bryant called for travel. That's the 4th Laker turnover.
No, you got to talk about this beforehand. Okay, I'm going to send him baseline. The help has to be there. He does his job or somebody miscommunicates. Carmelo Anthony able to blow by and get to the cup. You got to talk about that as a defense.
Anthony has 8 points. And as Trevor Ariza back in. Bryant, again, only 4 points. As Jeff mentioned, just 1 of 2 from the field, yet Lakers even right now. Ariza up on Carmelo Anthony. Phillips, good look. Open 3, won't go. They hit their first 2 from downtown. They've missed 5 in a row.
That was a great screen by Kenyon Martin against the overhelp of the Lakers.
Gasol, Ariza, good ball movement. Fisher for 3. Quick outlet. And a blocking foul on Trevor Ariza. Lakers in the penalty, so Carmelo Anthony will go to the line. Ariza's second. Boy, both teams struggling from downtown. And that last shot from Fisher has the Lakers 0 for 7 from three-point range.
And that was a great look. Great ball movement by Pau Gasol and Trevor Ariza.
So was Billups down the other end. They've had good looks, just not falling right now. As Anthony hits that. Game 6 of this series will be back in Denver. Coverage begins at 8 Eastern with Kia NBA shoot-around. Tip-off shortly after 9 at the Pepsi Center. Boy, what a great atmosphere it was for games 3 and 4. They were heartbroken after the game 3 loss, but they came back with a vengeance, as did their team. And they'll get to see them at least one more time this season. And perhaps more, as Denver trying to make their first ever NBA Finals appearance. Right now they lead game 5 by 2. Fisher on the drive, banks it in. An aggressive Derek Fisher, the first player in double figures for the Lakers.
That's the play you have to make. Don't just fall in love with being a jump shooter. Put pressure on this Nuggets defense. Turned the corner, got the easy lane.
Ball deflected by Ariza. Fisher throws it ahead. Dangerous pass stolen by Anthony. J.R. Smith, Anthony, another nice pass. And Kenyon Martin, the beneficiary.
When you turn it over in transition, inevitably you give up a dunk in transition.
Fisher tried to force it in there. Anthony's been one of the top steals guys in the playoffs as Kobe Bryant draws the foul. And I think it's going to be on Billups. That will be his 3rd. So some real foul problems now for the Denver Nuggets. Their floor leader, Chauncey Billups, has 3 personals.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA Western Conference Finals. Brought to you by Coors Light. Introducing the Coors Light 12-ounce cold activated can. When the mountains turn blue, your beer is as cold as the Rockies.
Two and a half remaining, second quarter of game 5. Denver leading by 2. Kobe Bryant only has 4 points, but it's those other Lakers, and this is the subject of our Gatorade Cooler Talk. The other Lakers, Jeff, who have done a good job.
Right, Pau Gasol, Kobe Bryant combined 2 field goals. Derek Fisher, 10 points tonight, 12 in the last 3 games. Lamar Odom, their leading rebounder. Luke Walton, short minutes, but good minutes. And Andrew Bynum has been more active and forceful than at any other time in this series. A good start for the other guys.
And Derek Fisher certainly has struggled. But I will tell you this, it's awfully tough to play in a three-point guard rotation and find your rhythm. It's tough to find a rhythm as a player when you're sitting and waiting for two other point guards to play.
And I like what Phil Jackson's done tonight. Hey, sometimes you just have to pick who you want to play. Tonight it was Jordan Farmar, Shannon Brown, not getting an opportunity tonight, but I think you're right. It helps everyone play a little bit better the tighter the rotation. And tonight is a very tight rotation for the Lakers.
Since they acquired Brown, who's sitting on the bench right now, from Charlotte, he's used all three and said they've all done a good job. They've been productive until this series. And he was hoping that it continued to work. He likes Brown's matchup on Billups, but as you said, deciding at least right now to just go with two. Billups stays in the game with 3 fouls as we have a foul away from the ball. It's against Trevor Ariza. That's 3 on Ariza.
So I like the move by George Karl. I do. I think sometimes we all as coaches overreact to 2 fouls and 3 fouls.
Well, you used to always, when Yao Ming would pick up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter, you like to keep him in.
Well, a lot of it to me was confidence and rhythm. I didn't feel he played well coming out early and then going back in. So to me, what I tried to read with him was fatigue. Chauncey Billups is not going to make a fatigue foul.
And I like the difference, too, who you're defending. Chauncey Billups is not scoring a guy that's going to put pressure on him to commit a 4th foul in Derek Fisher. He just have to trust his smarts right now to not get a careless foul.
And how many times does a guy have 3 fouls early, and then by the end of the game he has 3 or maybe 4?
Yeah, and I think sometimes we as coaches foul our own guys out by sitting them because of perceived foul trouble.
Coming up on 2 minutes remaining, Walton can't get it to go. Gasol tips it, but right to Billups. J.R. Smith, a long 3. That's good, rattles in. And J.R. Smith off the bench with 7 points.
That transition 3 is so hard to cover, and I think Anthony Carter's coming in now for Chauncey Billups.
Bryant lost it, still got it off, put it in, and a foul. Never had control. And able to get a solid shot attempt.
And I'm not sure that should count because the ball was loose as the foul took place, and then he gathered again.
After seeing it, what do you think?
I think technically the foul occurred there. You can't then go get a loose ball and put it back in.
You don't think he was in the act of shooting?
No, he was in the act of shooting, but the foul occurred, knocked the ball loose, then he went and got it again and put it in. To me, that's no basket.
It'll be interesting to see if they view that as a continuation.
No, but technically you're 100% right. That should be Kobe Bryant shooting 2 foul shots.
We'll have to see, ask the officials we get a chance if that's the way they looked at it. Anthony jump shot, knocks it down. Anthony 4 for 9 from the field. Odom lobs it in. Bryant still gets it in. It wasn't a perfect pass, but he found just enough room.
Doesn't have to be a perfect pass when you have a great receiver. Talk about the hands and the ability to finish.
Anthony has Gasol on him on the switch. Now they go back to Walton. Carter left open. Knocks down a 3. Well, they've missed 5 in a row, but it back-to-back threes and a back up by 5.
He has played great tonight. Not good. Anthony Carter has played great.
7 points, Carter. Gasol got hit and a foul. Lakers trying to pound it inside. There's Gasol with a chance for a 3-point play.
I like what Lamar Odom did. Put the ball on the floor and make a play. Anthony Carter not in position to defend him. Nene forced the help. Delivers the pass. Gasol keeps it high. Finishes with the contact. Outstanding job of reading, being in position, and finishing.
Carter, by the way, has 2 points in the first 4 games of the series. 7 here in the first half. Anderson is 3rd block, but Odom right back at him. Boy, Lamar Odom so aggressive tonight.
And those are killers. That turned into a 4-point play, a missed free throw, rebound. Chris Anderson's got to do a better job blocking out.
And Luke Walton But Carmelo Anthony is so good at drawing fouls. As Walton picks up his second, and he'll go back to the line. Coming up, the Toyota halftime show. Mark Jones, along with John Barry, Michael Wilbon, and Magic Johnson. We'll interview Rashard Lewis. Lewis hitting some big shots for the Magic last night in Orlando. And they'll analyze the first half. Boy, that series has been so thrilling. Magic surviving in overtime to lead 3-1 as they go back to Cleveland.
And one thing to look for right now, if you're the Nuggets, you have to understand, don't allow Kobe Bryant to step in rhythm for a quick 2-for-1. Here's where he brings the ball at the floor and tries to make you pay the price.
Well, we had 84 free throw attempts in Game 5. We've had quite a bit here in Game 4. That is quite a bit here tonight. Fisher in and out. Martin lost the rebound, grabs it back, and he calls timeout. So they'll use their 22nd timeout. And we'll take a quick break. Denver, 56 points here in the first half. Their lead is 3. The NASCAR Nationwide Series continues this Saturday from Dover, Delaware. Coverage begins with NASCAR Countdown Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern on ABC. Tonight on ESPN, it's Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals. 26 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Kobe Bryant, 11 points, coming alive here in the second. And Chauncey Billups comes back in with the 3 fouls. There's 22 on the shot clock.
And also Clay's in, so they're going to play small because they're going last shot.
And it forces the Lakers because you got shooters all around the floor.
And Clay's couldn't hold on. Lamar Odom, excellent Golden Ireland defense to force that turnover. Clap for one of the courtside fans.
You have to be able to get the ball in. Now this is the third time that it's happened in critical situations. To me, right there, a poor pass, but you have to catch the ball first versus knock it down.
Of course, the other ones came in the final minute of games 1 and 3. Steals by Ariza. Really game-turning plays. And now the Lakers can hold it for the final shot. They've trailed by as many as 6. Right now down by 3.
I'm going to help off Vujacic if he drives it at him. Make Vujacic make a shot.
Gets it out. Vujacic for 3. Bang! Final seconds. Anthony from half court. That three-pointer, the first of the game for the Lakers. They were 0 for 7 before Vujacic knocked it down.
I like the fact that Kobe Bryant understood what was going to happen. So he drives to the body of J.R. Smith, forces the help. Vujacic knows all along, all I have to do is lock and load and be ready. Gotcha. Knocks down the long ball. Outstanding execution and read by Bryant.
Sasha Vujacic shooting 23% from the field in this series. Hits a big shot to tie it up. Meanwhile, Derek Fisher, who had been struggling, 10 good points in the first half. He's with Doris.
Mikey also got a solid performance from your big guys inside. When your post game is active and productive, what changes for this team?
Everything. That's where we win. You know, when think about the great Laker teams of the past. It starts in the middle, and obviously Kobe's our best player, but we got to have inside presence, and Andrew and Power providing that for us tonight.
It's been a struggle for you offensively, Derek. You had a good, solid first half. What changed?
Just continuing to be aggressive. You know, they'll go in as long as I'm taking good shots I know I can make. My coaches are confident. My teammates are confident. It's all on me. Just got to put the ball in the hole.
All right, thank you very much, Mike.
All right, Doris. Fisher's had a lot of big playoff moments. Has tried not to let the struggles bother him, and he's come out strong here in the first half for the Lakers. Toyota halftime show coming up. Mark Jones, John Barry, Michael Wilbon, and Magic Johnson. They'll interview Rashard Lewis of the Orlando Magic. 1 win away from an NBA Finals appearance. Plus, they'll take a look at the first half of Game 5 here at the Staples Center. Fisher had 10. Kobe Bryant had 11 points. Meanwhile, Carmelo Anthony 14. Some foul problems. Chauncey Billups has 3. It's halftime of Game 5. Lakers and Nuggets all tied up. After the first 4 games of the Western Conference Finals, it's even. And after the first 2 quarters of Game 5, it's even again. Lakers and Nuggets tied at 56. Kobe Bryant started off slowly. His teammates doing a lot of the work. He heated up a little bit as the second quarter went on and finished the first half with 11 points. And hi again, everyone, with Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy. Mike Breen on hand. We'll check in with Doris Burke in just a moment. If you look at what the Lakers wanted to do to start this Game 5, pretty much according to plan, Mark.
Well, absolutely. We talked about going in. Who was going to step up and take the pressure off of Kobe Bryant? Other guys had to play better, and certainly they did. Derek Fisher from the jump. Aggressive shooting jump shots, not just settling the drive by. How about Lamar Odom on the glass, also finishing underneath in the paint and making plays. And then young fella, Andrew Bynum on the block. Time and time again, high percentage plays. You talk about those 3 guys, spectacular first half, and now they put Bryant in position to be the closer that he is.
Phil Jackson told his team, go get the ball. That was the theme for the Game 5. They did that. Meanwhile, Denver, impressive. You knew the Lakers were going to come out strong. Nuggets came out pretty strong as well.
They did. Chauncey Billups got him off to a good start, and then Carmelo Anthony isolation play hurt the Lakers. Because he's such an impactful scorer, the Lakers are overloading their defense, bringing an extra big guy, but they have to step over to protect the lane. No protection, easy dunk by Kenyon Martin. And then, because of Carmelo Anthony's passing ability, they're late to help on his drive. Right now, 14 points, 4 assists, 7 free throw attempts. Good half by Anthony.
And again, the Nuggets, after that domination on the boards in Game 4, plus 18. It was a plus 4 for Denver in the first half. Lakers actually had more offensive rebounds than the Nuggets did. As we check in with Doris Burke.
Mike, George Karl said his message in that locker room to his guys was play smarter. He said we played very hard, but our rebounding, our fouling, the easy baskets we gave up to the Lakers really hurt us. He said at the 5-minute mark of that half, it became an offensive game. It wasn't to our advantage. He said we have got to rebound and defend if we're going to win. Mike?
Well, they are a very confident team right now. They were confident coming into the series. And after the way they played here at the Staples Center in the first 2 games, thought they played better in Game 1, yet they lost. Did win Game 2. Had a chance to win Game 3, so then they come out and dominate Game 4. They have been very impressive, picking up fans in terms of how good they play along the way.
Yeah, and sometimes I think we all fall prey to this. We talk about what the Lakers aren't doing versus what the Nuggets are doing to make it difficult on the Lakers. They're better than everyone thinks they are. This is a very good Nugget basketball team.
Carmelo Anthony trying to get inside, and a turnover. He turned it over 6 total times in Game 4. Already had 10 here in Game 5. Gasol couldn't hold on. Phillips had 9 points in the first 9 minutes, then picked up a bunch of fouls, sat down for a while, wound up picking up his 3rd. Anthony, that's a 3, knocks it down.
It's a good look by Carmelo Anthony. Bad defense by design, basically. Trevor Ariza going underneath the screen and roll. You got to keep a body on.
Alley-oop! Oh, what a play from Kobe Bryant! The long alley-oop pass.
And that's the second time in this series they've gotten that dunk off that little back screen play. It shouldn't happen. There's got to be basket protection by the screener.
That's a perfect pass, too. As Martin nearly falls down. He does. Still gets it off to Anthony. Drives, gets it back to Martin. Quick jump shot. Misfires. Tipped a couple of times. Dante Jones comes back up with it. And an easy 2. Both teams battling on that possession. Ariza left open. Anthony gets up on him. And Nene tracks it down. Nene, 8 more rebounds so far tonight. And check there from Fisher. And Derek Fisher, he's second.
Well, Ariza, good screen. Carmelo Anthony has got to give help and or switch. Good pass by Fisher. Late reaction by Nene across the lane. And wow, that's a great catch and finish.
I said great pass, and it was certainly good. Kobe Bryant made it as Anthony misfires. Gasol the rebound, and a loose ball foul. Ball against Dante Jones. First on Jones. Fisher will walk it across the timeline. Derek Fisher, 10 points in that first half. Highest he's had in the entire playoffs is 13, so without question one of his better halves of the postseason. Ariza on the drive. Wild shot, he puts it in. That was a difficult attempt. There's Ariza now with 7. Phillips and Fisher, a couple of veterans going at it. They've both been through a number of playoff wars. Phillips the drive out to Martin. Nobody near him, and Martin knocks it down. He's been hitting that on a consistent basis.
Well, you give credit to Billups for making the play, and Kenyon Martin ready and confident in his ability to make that shot.
Gasol fouled by Martin down the other end. 2 on Martin.
And good adjustment by George Karl involving Andrew Bynum in more pick and roll situations. So that's a hard recover for Bynum, trying to get up there, show, and then also recover back to Kenyon Martin.
But it was really by design. He did a good job of showing Phil Jackson and the Lakers are just willing to give that shot to Kenyon Martin.
He's shooting 51% in the series. Not all dunks either. Bryant against Jones. Bryant on the pull-up, drills it.
Tell you what, as a defender, you're Dante Jones, and Kobe Bryant makes that shot. You're thinking, uh-oh, that's the last thing you want to see.
And Kobe's only taken 6 shots. He's hit 5 of them. Dante Jones blocked by Bynum, but a foul, and that's 3 on Bynum.
You're talking about a guy that has the absolute package on the offensive end, the ability to score at will, dancing one-on-one. When he makes this shot, you can forget about being able to defend him. Call for help and call for it quickly.
And I really think Andrew Bynum on that shot block attempt, there's no need to foul right there. Go up to block the shot. Pull your hands back and make Dante Jones finish over you. You are a big man. You've got long arms. Don't just bail him out and put him on the line.
Phil Jackson, though, keeping Bynum in with the 3 fouls. 2-point Denver lead. 3 minutes gone by here in the third. Then Game 6 will be Friday night in Denver. And then, if necessary, Game 7 back here at the Staples Center on Sunday night. Fisher, bad pass stolen by Nene. 7th Laker turnover. Jones, bad pass, but Anthony able to reel it in. Anthony has Gasol on him.
What a catch.
Martin again, the line drive shot. He has absolutely 0 arc on his shot, but it goes in.
But as a coaching staff, you have to be disciplined enough to say, hey, that's a shot we're going to live with. We're not going to allow him to get to the rim, and I totally agree with it.
They'll eat back up to 5. Bryant trying to get Jones off him. And there's a foul. Bumped him a couple of times first as Jones picks up his 2nd.
When you're playing against teams, there are certain things as a coaching staff that you have to be willing to give up. Kenyon Martin shooting a jump shot is one of those things. If he makes them, we'll go home and live to see another day.
He's 6 of 10 tonight for 12 points. Shot clock down to 5. Bryant double, gets it to Gasol. Extra pass, Ariza. Ariza has to put it up. Trying to draw a foul, and they call a foul on Nene. That's going to be 4 on Nene, and Ariza will go to the free throw line. Tom Washington tells him to stop, knock it off. Ariza had the open look, passed it up, and then had to force it up because the shot clock was winding down.
Trevor Ariza actually turned down the first one. Good job of selling the shot. Little contact by Nene. I have to give credit to this officiating staff. Outstanding job of controlling the basketball game.
Without using unnecessary technical fouls. Right there, Tom Washington could have given Nene a technical foul because he was coming at him strong. I think that's great poise by Tom Washington just to walk away and let Ariza go to the line and shoot his free throws.
George Karl said he has talked to his team about all the technical fouls, and we have to stop hurting ourselves with that. Also said we got to stop fouling on difficult shots, and that was a difficult shot from Ariza, yet Nene with the foul. They already have 14 fouls with 7:58 remaining in the period. And Ariza, who had a rough game in Game 4 after being terrific in the previous one, he's got 9 points. Lakers back within 3. Denver has played well. here at the Staples Center in this series. Jones the drive and a reach in by Fisher. 3 fouls on Fisher. Sign up now at nba.com/all-star tickets to be the first to know when tickets go on sale for the 2010 All-Star Game. That's the one being held at Cowboys Stadium in Dallas, Texas. You can be there in person to be a part of. It will be a record-breaking crowd on an historic day. NBA All-Star. It's bigger in Texas.
I was reading an article where they say Texas, where I live, is one of the biggest obese states. So it is bigger in Texas. I wonder why that is.
Well, you go to eat in restaurants and they serve you pretty big helpings.
You've done a good job of keeping it down, though.
Anderson, the offensive rebound. Anthony gets inside, draws the foul, and puts it in. Carmelo Anthony, pretty shot. And the Nuggets back up by 6.
Again, another free throw rebound. Good ball movement off the miss or off the rebound. And then again, Anthony has the ability to take a bump, contort off the body, and still finish shots. Remarkable body control by Anthony.
He's having a good all-around game, not just 19 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists for Anthony. And this is the largest lead of the game. A 7-point advantage for Denver.
I think if you're the Lakers right now, understand that you're shooting the rest of the way on foul. You got to play with force. Big guys and also Bryant aggressive.
Bryant wants the ball. See Martin staying on that side, waiting to double team. And an offensive foul is called. I think it's on Bynum. Yep, and that's Bynum. His 4th personal. So he's going to come out. Lamar Odom, who played very well in the first half, will check in.
Well, free throw rebounds are just killers. No excuse for it. Good play by Chris Anderson to catch. And you've got the defense in a rotating situation. And there's Carmelo Anthony able to absorb the contact and finish the shot.
Shannon Brown in for the first time. He did not play in the first half. Again, Phil Jackson likes his matchup on Chauncey Billups. Ariza on Anthony. Anthony whips it over to Martin. Here's that line drive again. Way short. Billups offensive rebound. Anthony on the drive. Pull up. Triple team. Nice adjustment. Jones gets inside. Misfires. Jones almost tips it in before Gasol grabs the rebound. Lakers down by 7. Carmelo Anthony is now guarding Kobe Bryant. Dante Jones picking up some fouls. Shot blocked. Anderson. And that's 4 blocked shots for Anderson.
And it is difficult for a player to sit the whole half as Dante Jones palmed the ball. It's hard, Mark, I think, to sit the whole half and then be inserted in the second half. I give Shannon Brown a lot of credit for being ready to play.
Brown's just excited to be on the Lakers. Obtained from Charlotte back in February. First he wasn't in the rotation, but Phil Jackson loves his athleticism. Inside pass, Gasol. Trevor Ariza found his teammate. The Lakers back within 5.
Inside-outside attack. Once again, Pau Gasol making the right read with the pass.
He hasn't seen the ball a heck of a lot. Only 5 shot attempts. As George Karl wants timeout. And we're just about at the midway point here in the 3rd quarter. Pau Gasol just 6 points, but an important one right here, Mark.
They're going to need his scoring. And it's just about making plays. Trevor Ariza drives with force off of the assist. Delivers the pass again to Pau. Able to finish at the rim.
Gasol's only been averaging 10 shots a game. He said he'd like to get the ball more. They're going to try and do it here in the second half. Denver up 5 midway through the 3rd. Chauncey Billups, who's a big sports fan, a big fight fan, looked at the series in a unique way.
It's like you're in a boxing match and you winning most of the round, and you hear the referee tap on the canvas the last 10 to 12 seconds, and the boxer just go crazy and steal the round. We kind of felt like that's what happened to us, definitely in Game 1, and a little bit in Game 3 as well. So we feel like we've outplayed them for most of the biggest stretches of the series.
Denver, they really feel they're the better fighter.
He makes a good point, because I can remember as a youngster watching the great Sugar Ray Leonard fight the great Marvin Hagler. And actually, that's how he won the fight, stealing the last seconds of the round.
Lakers perhaps doing that 1-3, as Billups said, but they have been impressive throughout the series. The Nuggets, especially here on the road. Shot blocked by Gasol. Odom, aggressive in the first half. Out to Brown. That's a three. Gasol trying to keep it alive. Anderson falls down. And a timeout call by Denver. I don't know if you want to waste a timeout there. They're going to have to use their 20.
You absolutely do not want to waste your 20 there. Take your chances on the jump ball. Well, defense is all about your bigs protecting the basket. Here, Pau Gasol, very good timing. Being able to block the shot with either hand. This time blocks it with the left hand. Great basket protection by the long and lean Pau Gasol.
Lakers always talking about Gasol and want him to be a star player every night. He's a very unselfish player. But they want him to look for his shot, want him to be a force defensively. Shot clock down to 7. Jones back up Anthony. Anthony on the drive, forces it up, shot misses, tipped in by Dante Jones. He has crashed the offensive boards. And Odom a little slow to get up.
In that situation, that's Kobe Bryant's responsibility to get to the body of Dante Jones and get the basketball.
Denver has 5 offensive rebounds here in this third quarter. Remember, they had 20 offensive boards in game 4.
And Denver's doing a lot more double teaming tonight as Bryant found Shannon Brown on the cut.
Kobe Bryant's 5th assist and a beauty as Brown gets his first field goal.
I think it's George Karl saying, hey, somebody else is going to beat us. It's not going to be number 24.
Anthony on the drive, blocked from behind by Ariza, tries to save it, goes diving over Celebrity Row. He's okay, bounces back up. He's already banged up with a hip and groin injury.
Believe it or not, this type of energy and effort is contagious. Trevor Ariza, good job of blocking the shot without the contact and then hustling after the basketball.
J.R. Smith in for Denver. Phillips trying to draw a foul and throws it away. Brown did a good job staying away. Now drives and throws it down over Anderson. One of those momentum type plays gets the crowd fired up. Crowd's been a little laid back tonight. But not right now. Bad pass from Billups. Back-to-back turnovers. Kobe Bryant drives inside. Offensive foul. J.R. Smith drew the charge as Bryant picks up his 3rd.
This is how you get a Birdman in your poster. Pau Gasol leading the break. Shannon Brown, my goodness, meet me at the rim.
He's up on Anthony. Anthony drives, stumbles, and a travel. Just lost his footing. 3 straight turnovers for the Denver Nuggets. They're up to 14 for the game.
Kobe Bryant drives it by Anderson. Good rotation by J.R. Smith. Clearly there in time. Excellent call.
Bryant didn't like it, but Smith did get there, and he was above the restricted area. That Brown dunk got the crowd back in with Odom for 3. Tie game. Lamar Odom coming up big for the Lakers. A 7-0 run. Brown trying to harass Billups. Shot clock at 4. Billups on the drive. Out to Martin. Martin's not going to get off in time. A 24-second violation. 4 straight possessions with a turnover.
And that was picture-perfect defense by Shannon Brown. Didn't take the bait.
Chauncey Billups wanted him to lift and wanted to get to the free throw line.
And this is why you don't take that 20-second timeout, because you can't take another one now or you're going to be down one going into the fourth.
Bryant wants it. Bryant saying, get out of the way. Wants some isolation. Ariza gets the pass. Ariza spinning. Shot clock at 4. Bryant a long three. And Odom lost it out of bounds. Denver ball. And we'll have a timeout. Lakers always say Lamar Odom's the X factor. He has helped out tonight.
Oh, he said, hey, I got to step up to the plate, and he certainly has done that. You talk about making plays, rebounding, and knocking down shots.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA Western Conference Finals. Brought to you by The Taking of Pelham 1-2-3, starring Denzel Washington and John Travolta. And Papa John's, celebrating 25 years of better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Fans here at the Staples Center, even the Hollywood types, a little bit nervous tonight. Gary Payton's not nervous. Michael Rappaport in attendance, big Laker fan. Zac Efron. Well, maybe they're not so nervous. The rest of the fans, Hugh Hefner's very nervous, obviously.
He and the Twins are real nervous right now.
Looks like he's really upset with the score. Meanwhile, the Laker defense very aggressive.
And you know what he's thinking when he looks at Trevor Ariza do this? He's saying, play, boy. That's getting it done. Trevor Ariza, defense.
Billups comes right back with a three.
But doesn't anybody else have a problem with Celebrity Row not trying to protect Trevor Ariza? You're trying to win it. They're bailing out of the way.
Ariza went flying over them. Meanwhile, Billups with a big shot. And this is what this Denver team has been this year. Bryant comes right back with a three to tie it again. The Nuggets are a team that sometimes came apart at the seams. Not this year, not this postseason. Every time a team has gone after them, they've responded. Lakers on a big run here in the third, but the Nuggets hanging in. Martin line drive. That won't go. Bryant the rebound.
So the same shot, but you're playing the numbers. The Lakers are alert on the defensive end.
Lamar Odom the drive. Bank shot misses. He thought he got hit. And Billups will bring it up. Smith a long three. That won't go. And Odom high for the rebound. 7 boards for Odom. LA Lakers the best team in the West this year by 11 games over Denver. They always said anything shy of a championship would be a disappointment. Now in such a critical game 5 for them. Smith steals it, but then kicks it out of bounds. Good hustle from Smith.
Question, will it be called a kick or just out of bounds? One is 5 seconds left, one is 14.
On a kick ball, you reset the shot clock to 14. Let's see. No, he didn't kick it intentionally, so it should remain at 5. Right now, that's where it stands. Farmar comes in. Shannon Brown sits down. So Lakers have 5 to shoot. Odom dribbles it off his foot. Good defense from Martin. 10 turnovers for the Lakers. Nuggets have 15. Smith, nice pass. Anderson reverse. Odom may have gotten a piece of it. Smith comes out with it. Back out to Billups. Smith on the drive. Smith waits, sets. That's a 3. Back of the rim won't go. Odom another rebound. Quick outlet to Ariza. Lakers down by 7 early in the period. Bryant's pass deflected. And now the Nuggets will hold it for the final shot. Farmar on Billups. Billups on the drive. Looking. Back out to Smith. Down to 2 seconds. Smith for 3. Won't go. Gasol the rebound. The first quarter ended tied. Halftime it was tied. After 3 quarters, it's tied. Kobe Bryant, the Lakers, Carmelo Anthony, and the Nuggets. It's Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals, all tied up at 2 games apiece. Can the Lakers get the win and go up 3 games to 2? Can the Nuggets go back home with a 3-2 lead? Fourth quarter coming up from the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Fourth quarter set to begin in Los Angeles. Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals. Lakers and Nuggets tied at 76. Time for the Burger King late game adjustments. Here's Doris with Phil Jackson.
Coach Jackson, you say that Lamar Odom very often is the key. When he is playing this actively and aggressively, what changes?
Yeah, you know, he's kind of like the X factor for us because he's got so many options that he can make plays, handle the ball like a guard at 6'10". And as you saw, he can shoot the three-pointer. We haven't had it this series yet.
Once again, the fourth quarter will be decisive. What will your message be to your guys?
Well, we've been tied at the quarter, tied at the half, and tied at 3 quarters. So this one looks like it's going to go right down to the stretch. Play solid game, no turnovers, no silly passes. We get back and rebound the ball on shots. That's our big key.
All right, Doris, he seems calm, but this is a huge moment right now. Pressure time here in Game 5. Odom inside, bank shot won't go. Anderson the rebound. Lakers certainly would be in trouble going back to Denver, down 3-2. And Denver would be in great shape if they can come away with a victory. Daniel Martin drives, flips it up, shot won't go. Gasol the rebound.
I'll tell you what, Mike, and knowing that the Lakers can't afford to go down 3-2 going to Denver, Kobe Bryant is on the hot seat. He has to begin to make plays offensively, separating himself from everybody else on the floor.
Odom brings it back out. That was a terrific offensive rebound from Bryant after the miss. Bryant telling Gasol, go, attack. Gasol spinning, flips it up, shot. It rolls in, a nice soft touch. That's the first lead of the second half for the Lakers. Although the largest lead in the game is only 7, it's been close throughout. Martin, short. Odom, another rebound. Big game for Lamar Odom.
2 good looks by Kenyon Martin to start this quarter, just didn't knock him down.
Bryant seeing the double team, gets away. Odom's open, gets it over to Brown. Shot clock at 7. Smith pokes it away, out of bounds. Boy, this is a good defensive sequence, both individual and help-wise for Denver. As Nene comes in, there's only 1 left on the 24. So they've got to catch and shoot right away. Can't do much more than that. Walton to Bryant, hoist up the 3, and that's going to be a 24-second violation.
Like, I think it's important for the Lakers to understand Kenyon Martin leaves the floor. You still have to continue to force Anderson and Nene to shoot shots. Blaze is the one big that will have to be defended on the perimeter.
It's Phillips and J.R. Smith in the backcourt with Nene, Anderson, and Claza out there for Denver. Phillips, quick 3. Won't go. Rebound, Gasol in traffic, knocked out of his hands. Last touch by Anderson.
And here's my problem. If Allen Iverson takes that shot, that's a horrible shot. Chauncey Billups is an outstanding point guard, but at times will take bad shots.
The Nuggets as a team, they go for the home run often. That's what George Karl says they have to watch. Bryant to Odom. Odom, oh, throws it down, and a foul. And the Lakers have their largest lead of the game. And some extracurricular activity after the whistle.
We talk about Bryant making plays. It's not about scoring. It's about facilitating. Take the double team, dribble penetration, finding Odom. Excuse me, Birdman. Attacking, having fun. That's the Lamar Odom that Phil Jackson and the Lakers have been searching for.
A technical foul has been handed out. I think it's a double technical, which won't result in any shooting. It's Gasol and Anderson. They each get a technical, but you don't shoot.
And actually, Shannon Brown got away with one in that situation. He went to the body of Anderson after the dunk of Odom and shoved him.
And on that high pick and roll, particularly late, you can't leave the trap of Bryant until he passes, because he'll back dribble, and as your big man leaves, now he's attacking, and that's how he created the open shot and dunk for Lamar Odom.
13 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists for Odom. Also has 3 blocked shots.
And the question is, George called, where is Carmelo Anthony? You need a guy offensively to stop the bleeding.
5-0 run to start the fourth quarter, largest lead of the game for the Lakers. And that Shannon Brown dunk really ignited the team and the fans. Offensive foul. Goes against Nene, pushing off. He's got 5. He's had at least 5 in every game in this series. Anthony's still on the bench for Denver. And a timeout called. Nene just got hit with a technical. Nuggets have had this problem before. Can't afford to give away any points. Western Conference Finals. What a series it's been. Alternating wins. Lakers jumped out. Narrowly won game 1 thanks to Kobe's 40. But Denver, what a performance from Carmelo Anthony. 34 in game 2 to tie the series. Off they go to Denver. And the game, the man they call the closer. So many big shots down the stretch to take the lead. Trevor Ariza, another big steal. Lakers go up 2-1. But the Nuggets bounce back. They fought back all season long. And in game 4, they dominated. The bench was superb. Crashed the boards and had a huge victory to even the series at 2 games apiece. And now here in game 5, it's been tied after each period. Well, the Lakers jump out to a quick start. Our GMC game track shows them up 5-0 here in the 4th. Kobe Bryant hasn't had to score big because he has received an awful lot of help. Lamar Odom has been superb, although Bryant will go to the line right now to shoot a technical. Nene, arguing with that last call, picked up the technical.
And he deserved it. Tom Washington called the offensive foul as Bryant misses. He walked away. Nene followed him, kept going at him. You got to learn to control yourself. It's not about you right now. It's about your team. And sometimes you just have to take what you consider to be a bad call and walk away.
He's lucky that they missed the free throw again. So many of these games can come down to 1 point with a strategy depending on how many you're down in the stretch of the game in the final minute. Odom, quick shot, drops it in. Lamar Odom, 16 points. And a 7-point lead for the Lakers. This is their largest lead.
Every time Kobe Bryant gets into a pick-and-roll situation, he forces the Denver defense to rotate. Good result.
Phillips spinning. Out to Anthony. Good wide open 3. Off the mark. And Odom with his 10th rebound. A hit to Bryant. Bryant trying to draw the foul. They let it go. Bryant to the basket. Hard foul by Anthony. Bryant a little shaken up, and he'll go to the line for 2. Anthony, his buddy, goes over to check on him. And those two became very close this summer, playing for Team USA in Beijing. Even Bryant said he was the closest to Anthony than anyone on the team. Wow, that's a hard foul. Crowd wanted a flagrant. They just saw it on the replay. That's pretty close.
You know what I love about Bryant? Because that, throughout the whole playoffs, that would be a flagrant foul. But there's no, like, running back at Carmelo Anthony. He understands what's on the line here.
Absolutely. When you recognize his statements before the game, this is playoff basketball. He said, I think this is pretty cool.
And you know what a great athlete. He took a blow like that and didn't even go to the ground.
9 straight points to start this 4th. You see the 21-5 run. Again, ever since that Shannon Brown dunk, Lakers have come alive. Anthony, tough shot, won't go. Rebound tipped and taken by who else? Lamar Odom.
And Denver's gone to a small unit with Kleza at 4.
3.5 gone by here in the 4th. 8 on the shot clock. Gasol kicks it out. Bryant on the drive. Shannon Brown. Brown with 2 on the shot clock. Has to put it up. Launches the jumper. And he puts it in as the shot clock expires. 7 straight points to start the fourth. J.R. Smith. Ball deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Lakers.
How about rewarding your coach's trust in you? Shannon Brown, dribble penetration, clock dwindling down. Knocks down the J over the contested hand of Carmelo Anthony. Excellent minutes from Brown.
Anthony posting up Walton. On the drive, goes right at Gasol and draws the foul. The strength of Carmelo Anthony. Now Denver led by 7 late in the third. It was 71-64 when Shannon Brown, off the steal down the other end, came down and slammed it over Anderson. That got the crowd, who were pretty tentative for a lot of the game, fired up. And the Lakers have gone on a strong run to end the third and to start the fourth.
And I'm sure there's people watching the game when Shannon Brown comes into the ball game going, what are you doing? Why are you putting him into this situation? Because I'm sitting here thinking the same thing. But step up and make plays. Give him credit. Ready and has made a difference.
Shannon Brown playing for his 4th NBA team in just 3 years. Started with Cleveland, brief stint Chicago, then Charlotte, and acquired really for salary cap purposes back in February when they traded Vladimir Radmanovich to Charlotte. But he quickly endeared himself to the coaching staff and became a very important part of their rotation.
And they're going basically strictly pick and roll and then playing out of the pick and roll.
Nuggets finally score in the fourth. Took them over 4 minutes. Gasol, quick shot, dumps it in. He hasn't shot the ball much, but he's 5 of 7.
Really using the pick and roll as a weapon to get better post position and put guys in position to score.
J.R. Smith drives, poked out to Glazer. Glazer for 3. That's good. Linus Glazer with a clutch shot. And boy, do the Nuggets need that.
Both teams are just going to play pick and roll basketball. Denver's going to spread the floor and try to get back into it with a 3-point shot.
Denver had missed 11 in a row before Glazer knocked it down. Gasol draws the foul on Anderson. That's his 4th.
It's good play by J.R. Smith. Comes off, attacks Pau Gasol, crosses back over, gets in the lane. Glazer with the easy spot up, corner 3.
And one thing, Coach, you got to give Kobe Bryant credit, because a lot of guys will say, hey, I have to have an impact on this ball game. Well, your way of having an impact in this game is to force them to trap you and trust the guys on the floor.
He's making the first pass out of the double team without overhandling the ball, and it's allowing him to play with rhythm and exploit Gasol inside.
See Kobe Bryant talking to Brown. Brown only played the last 18 games after the trade with this team, so in some ways he's still learning the triangle offense, still learning about his teammates. But boy, he's made a huge impression and a huge impact in the playoffs. 5 minutes gone by, fourth quarter, Lakers by 10. Denver bounces back every time they face some adversity. And they do it here. Anthony trying to draw the foul. Gasol may have gotten a piece of it. They count that as his 4th block of the game. Walton. And Smith runs into Gasol. That's the 14th foul already for Denver. First on Smith. Lakers will take it out of bounds.
But you see Kobe Bryant running the pick and roll, directing traffic.
And a timeout call by Phil Jackson. Standing ovation for the Lakers. A big turnaround. They trail by 7 in the third. Now lead by 10. Some unexpected contributions, Mark Jackson.
Well, I tell you what, this is one Brown that's no buster. Time and time again, making plays. Call on me, Coach. I'm ready. Big plays by Shannon Brown.
Buster Brown. 6:35 remaining in the fourth quarter. Lakers with a big fourth, outscoring them 15-5. They lead by 10. Kobe Bryant has only taken 10 shots, yet his team up double figures. That's part of our Coors Light Cold Hard Look presented by ESPN Access.
Well, sometimes playing out of double teams is an offense unto itself. Here, Bryant at the three-point line, trapped. It's about poise, and it's about putting the first pass out of the double team on target. Here, Bryant, poise, finds a cutting Shannon Brown. And then it gets the pick and roll. It's not just the pick and roll, it's playing out of the pick and roll. Takes the trap on time, on target to Gasol. They move it, and then a well-timed duck in to Lamar Odom. 4 passes, search it out, good pick and roll offense.
Bryant didn't have the assist on that play, but he has 7 assists in the game. Walton alley-oop, nicely defended by Anthony, knocked away by Nene. Good defense from Carmelo Anthony. Smith stops, nearly stolen. Klaiser, hard drive to the basket, and he banks it in. Klaiser's had a couple of key buckets to keep Denver within striking distance.
I think if you're the Lakers, don't make any adjustments. That's a good play, defensive play by Melo. A wide open Pau Gasol was underneath.
Gasol to Odom. Odom to Walton. Walton inside, misses the layup.
And I don't think they should be rotating all the way to Gasol. Make him make that shot.
Klaiser out to Phillips. Phillips fakes the 3, had an open look. Klaiser steps back and comes up short. Just past the midway point, 4th quarter of game 5. Lakers trying to take a 3-2 lead in the series. Bryant dribbled it off Gasol inadvertently. Ball knocked loose and picked up by Denver. Nene, dangerous pass. And Walton nearly stole. Klaiser, nice feed. Nene, layup, missed it, and Odom the rebound. He took kind of a wild shot after a pretty pass.
You got to go stronger than that. Dunk the ball.
Coming up on 5 minutes remaining. Despite the big run by the Lakers, Denver still very much in this one. Smith pokes it away. Players diving on the floor. Odom has it, and Odom calls timeout.
And great non-call on the loose ball by Monty McCutcheon.
Nobody had possession, so it was tough to call one there. Officials letting them play.
And talk about great. How about Lamar Odom all night long? You want to win playoff games, sacrifice your body. Hit the deck.
Gentlemen, just quick, you had 7 minutes, 6 minutes here. Get back and control your emotions. Get back and passing the ball to each other and defend it. You're fine. Let's go.
That's the way they've been all season. They've had some ups and downs, obviously, but a 54-win season, tied for the best in franchise history. Made the conference finals for just the 3rd time in franchise history. They've never been to an NBA Finals. And every time in the playoffs that they've lost a game, they've bounced back in a big way. Obviously, they won game 4. They're facing a big Laker run right now. We'll see how they respond. Odom looks to inbound. Shot clock at 3. Kobe Bryant pulls up. That's a 2. Off the back of the rim. Plays at a rebound. And here comes Phillips. Plays on the drive. No hesitation from Plays. Is so aggressive as Odom draws the foul. That's 2 on Odom, 2 on the Lakers.
And this is a dangerous Nugget offensive team. Not nearly the rebounding team when they're playing 2 big guys, but they spread it out with 4 3-point shooters, and they have Nene setting picks on the ball. The Lakers are going to have to continue to score to win.
We call that obviously in the act of shooting as Klaiser hits the first free throw.
Well, it was the right call on the dribble penetration, was going in for the layup. But you're right, Coach. This Nuggets team on the floor puts so much pressure on the Lakers to rotate and to get to bodies.
Klaiser has the last 7 Denver points. Under 5 minutes remaining, 6-point game. Smith has done a pretty good job on Bryant. Strips him of the ball. Here's Phillips. Brown runs back. Phillips back to Anthony for the slam. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-point game.
And I like the adjustment made by George Karl. Force J.R. Smith to get back to the body of Kobe Bryant so you're not in full rotation.
How about J.R. Smith helping out the team besides scoring? Big defensive play there. Gasol against Nene. Nene has 5 fouls. Gasol runs into him, blocking foul, and he's done. He's fouled out for the 3rd time in this series. That's one of those close ones, boy. George Karl going to go without Nene for the last 4:02. That's a difficult angle to tell on. That's a very close play. Do you guys agree?
Well, if I'm Nene, I can't be satisfied with me fouling out on this play. That's moving the feet. Certainly, Pau Gasol hits him in the middle of his body. That's a good job of not settling defensively. Looks like an offensive foul to me on Gasol.
So Gasol with the free throws. Shannon Brown will go sit down. Derek Fisher's in, and he should get a huge ovation. Terrific job off the bench. 6 points in 14 minutes. Had that thunderous dunk that ignited his team in the crowd.
And I like that Jordan Farmar was one of the first ones to greet him. A guy he's competing with to get minutes.
Under 4 to play. 6-point game. Such a critical game for the Lakers, not wanting to go to Denver down 3-2. Anthony inside, stripped by Fisher, and a foul. Derek Fisher picks up the personal. Anthony will go to the line. That's 5 on Fisher.
And if you're the Lakers, this is a set play that's right up your alley. High pick and roll with Clays and Melo. That should be a switch. You should be able to contain them, but Carmelo Anthony too good offensively, putting pressure on the Lakers defense.
You see his free throw shooting in this game, 9 for 10. Knocks down the first. Tomorrow on TNT, Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Back in Cleveland, Orlando up 3-1 in that series. Coverage begins at 8. Friday will be in Denver. Our coverage starts at 8 Eastern, and then tip-off shortly after 9. Game 6. Will it be Lakers 3-2 or the Nuggets with the advantage as Anthony knocks down a pair?
One thing I look for on the offensive end of all of the Lakers, Lamar Odom has to be defended by Carmelo Anthony. If you're Lamar Odom, concentrate on attacking the offensive board.
Gasol to Ariza. Ariza banks it in and a foul. Beautiful pass from Gasol and a chance for a 3-point play.
Great offense, horrible defense. This is the 4th time Ariza's entered the ball to the post and cut and either scored or assisted on a basket. So you have to know who you're guarding. Right there, you have to adjust from what's happened in the first half. Great finish by Ariza. Denver's going to kick itself on that possession.
4th assist for Gasol. 12 points for Ariza.
I like the job by Phil Jackson, going away from the pick and roll and running his offense through post-up with Gasol.
Lakers by 7 with 3.5 to play. Ariza pokes it away. He's made so many big plays in this series. Anthony drives on him right at Gasol. Blocked by Gasol. His 5th block of the game. Bryant drives. Knocked out of his hands. And it's still Laker ball with 17 on the clock. He obviously felt he was fouled.
This is how you use your size. Once again, Pau Gasol straight up, no contact. Outstanding job once again of officiating and not bailing out Carmelo Anthony.
Gasol gets it. Ariza to Gasol, drives, kicks it back out. Fisher fakes the 3. Resets. And a hold on Billups on the entry pass. And the Nuggets in the penalty. That's 4 on Billups, and Odom will shoot 2 free throws. Lamar Odom, 3 of 4 from the line. He has been huge tonight for the Lakers. Odom gathering himself.
That's actually the first time in a long time Derek Fisher turning down a shot. Had a wide open look. Turned it down. You're Fisher, that's what you live for.
We asked Odom before the game tonight to evaluate his play in the series. He says, I've played poorly. No excuses. Forget about the back. I just have to play better for my team. Boy, is he tonight. Although he misses that. He's got 16 points, 12 boards, 3 assists, and 3 blocks.
And that accountability reminds me of David Ortiz, Big Poppy. When asked about his poor play this year, he said, just right, Poppy stinks. No, but I love it when guys just cut right to it. And that's what Lamar Odom said before the game as well.
This is both free throws. With 3 minutes remaining, Laker lead remains 7. Smith to Billups. Billups the drive. Billups kicks it back out. Dangerous pass. Now Smith. Nice feed to Martin. Blocked by Odom. His 4th block of the game. Big defensive plays for the Lakers. Odom wasn't looking. but still able to get the pass. Gasol. Blocked by Martin. Nice defensive play from Kenyon Martin.
They have to put Kenyon Martin as the screener.
Anthony deep in the post. Ball swatted away. Boy, they are letting him play. No question about it. As Anthony lost the handle.
I love it. This is well officiated playoff basketball. You're not going to get something cheap. Go strong or don't go at all. Lamar Odom, he didn't block it. The basket did.
How's this? Lakers and Nuggets locked up in a tight one right over there. Stan and I are going to bring it to you right here when the game's over. All the fan reaction, the sound, and the highlights.
And complete analysis of Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals, plus Stanley Cup playoffs and baseball. But right now, back to Mike Breen across the street.
Guys, thanks. Part of the analysis will be the terrific play of Lamar Odom. As you see right now, each team with multiple timeouts. Lakers do have a foul to give with 2:24 remaining. Nuggets have 16 to shoot. Billups quickly comes out. Billups puts it up. Three-pointer will short Gasol. Nice save.
Lakers actually got away. That's a set play that the Nuggets have been successful running in this postseason.
No one scored for about a minute and a half. It's still a 7-point Laker lead. Bryant double team. Caught in the corner, gets it to Gasol. Shot clock at 4. Pass back stolen by Billups. Billups back to Smith. Good open look for 3. Back to the rim, won't go. Odom tracks down his 13th rebound.
And look at Kobe Bryant, says to Pau Gasol, forget about pick and roll. Get on the block and make a play. That's being elite.
Nuggets need another stop. Fisher takes the 3. That's a 2-pointer. Way off the mark. Plays it a rebound. Nuggets with another opportunity. Anthony to the basket. Flips it up and in. Beautiful move from Carmelo Anthony. They were 3 for their last 21 from the field. Prior to that, knocked down by Anthony.
And a lot of them were good looks.
Lakers taking time off the clock. Gasol, back out Fisher, up top Bryant. Bryant left open, inside pass to Odom, he puts it in, and a foul. What a pass from Bryant. His 8th assist of the game. He was wide open for 3, but found a better shot for a teammate.
Inside, outside attack. Pau Gasol delivering the ball, the extra pass. Everybody in the building thinks that Bryant is lifting for 3, recognizes Lamar Odom all by himself. Spectacular pass, on point, finish, and the contact.
And puts it back to 7 with 1:02 remaining.
I tell you what, if I'm Derek Fisher, I want to run the same thing because they are double teaming off of him, and he's a guy that can step into a dagger jump shot.
99-91, just under a minute remaining. Billups to Glazer. Glazer will drive, plays it to the basket, too strong. Odom the rebound. Lamar Odom does it again, 19 points, 14 rebounds, 4 block shots. Bryant to the basket, hammered. And the Lakers on the verge of reclaiming the lead in this series.
Well, everyone left Bryant for some reason. Bryant, good job of seeing the floor as he was lifting to shoot. Odom all night has positioned himself right under the basket to catch and score.
And the great thing about the job that Lamar Odom has done so far tonight, there are some coaches that would say, hey, we got the one game out of the guy. No, these are things that Lamar Odom does on a nightly basis. He was not out of character tonight. This is what's expected of Lamar Odom, not only from the Lakers or the coaching staff, but most importantly from himself.
Odom averaging just 7.5 points a game in the series, shooting just 34%. And the Lakers up by 10 with 43.1 remaining. This crowd ready to celebrate. They were out-muscled in Game 4, but the big men, especially Gasol and Odom, doing the job here in the second half. One thing for sure, Game 6 will be Friday night in Denver. We'll have it for you on ESPN. Coverage against 8 Eastern. Kia NBA shoot-around. Tip-off shortly after 9 Eastern. And right now, it looks like the Lakers will have a 3-2 lead, although there's still 43 seconds remaining. And some crazy finishes have happened in the playoffs. The Lakers look good. Jeff, what do the Nuggets need to do to try and pull off some kind of miracle finish here? Do they need to go for the 3 right away?
Yeah, it's got to be the 3 ball and then pressure up the floor and hope to knock the ball away a couple times.
Anthony instead drives, is tripped up. That's not what the Lakers want. I don't think they'll call that a continuation as Ariza bumped him. Well, they do score the basket. So count the chance for a 3-point play.
And I agree with Phil Jackson's irritation right there with Trevor Ariza. They had a foul to give. So if you're going to take the foul, take it early.
And the correct call in scoring the basket. Never put the ball back down on the floor. Finish the play.
And I was wrong on an earlier continuation play about Kobe Bryant. Referees looked at it and said it was the right call.
Quick foul. Now they have to hope that the Lakers miss free throws. Lakers miss free throws, it'll open the door. But all LA has to do is knock them down to seal this victory.
Thank you, by the way, for taking me down that alley with me, because I said you were 100% correct.
Well, you were just a good player. You followed the lead, even when it took you into trouble.
Fisher had a good quick start. He has 10 points for the game as he knocks down the free throw. See Billups coming flying in after. If you're outside there, you can come in on the release of the free throw. That's Fisher's first points of the second half. One of his other point guards, Shannon Brown, playing big in the second half.
The Lakers understand it's no timeout. The Nuggets are going to push the basketball. You don't want them to step in rhythm for a 3.
Phillips brings it up and drives, looking to get it outside to somebody. He's got Smith. Smith launches a straight on 3. Shot won't go. Gasol the finish with the rebound, and that will do it. The Lakers have bounced back from a 19-point beating in Denver in Game 4, where Kobe Bryant said they got whooped. Said they got whooped on the boards, whooped off the ball. They played harder, played better. Tonight it was the Lakers' turn to respond. Bryant trying to draw the foul. And the LA Lakers have taken a 3-2 lead in this series as it heads back to Denver. Kobe Bryant had a lot of help and is acknowledging that right now. No one came up bigger than Lamar Odom, who had struggled in this series, wouldn't use his bad back as an excuse, but performed brilliantly here tonight with 19 points, 14 rebounds, 4 block shots, and 3 assists. Odom did it all. And Carmelo Anthony and the Nuggets will try and now go back home and win Game 6 to keep their hopes alive. Kobe Bryant's team did a great job, and he's with Doris Burke.
It's got to be a Kobe Bryant who's happy to see the Lamar Odom you have come to know and love. When he is playing at the level he played at tonight, what changes?
Well, it brings us such a punch off the bench. And, you know, when he's being aggressive, and he's getting after it and he's active, I mean, we're a different ball club.
You got major contributions across the board. 5 double-digit scores. Bynum had 9. Shannon Brown had arguably the biggest play of the game with a dunk that changed momentum. What changes about your approach, Kobe, when you get that kind of support?
Well, you know, it was a big gamble, you know, for me coming in, but I wanted to kind of change my approach this game and, you know, be more of a decoy. You know, I felt like the past couple games have been really loading over to my side. And I wanted to make a conscious effort to try to be a decoy and open up some opportunities for my teammates. It's risky to change it right now, but it worked well for us.
You're the most dangerous decoy in the NBA, I think, right now. Listen, you termed it a whooping the last time you were in Denver. How do you make sure that doesn't happen?
Well, you know, you just got to come ready to play. You know, a lot of mistakes that took place were, you know, executional things. And then to compound things, we didn't give the effort on the defensive glass that we need to give, especially in Denver. And we'll be ready to go.
Kobe, thank you. Mike.
All right, Doris, his team was down 7 with under 5 minutes to go in the third and completely turned it around. A total team effort for the LA Lakers, and their defense did a superb job as they held the Nuggets to 39% shooting. Crunch time defense, a big part of the Laker win. So, the Lakers up 3-2. The series shifts back to Denver Friday night. We'll have it for you on ESPN. Coverage begins at 8 Eastern. Tip-off shortly after 9. And if a Game 7 is necessary, that would be Sunday night back here in Los Angeles. Once again, the final score from Staples Center, Lakers 103, the Nuggets 94. For post-game coverage of tonight's game, go to ESPN News or stay tuned to ESPN for SportsCenter and the Land of the Lost post-game report. For Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy, Doris Burke, and our entire ESPN crew, this is Mike Breen saying so long from Los Angeles. Lakers lead this Western Conference Final 3-2.